Have you ever wished you could live your life all over again, just to see how things might have turned out differently? Today, we're summarizing The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, a story that explores the space between life and death, where every regret becomes a new beginning. It's a journey about second chances, self-forgiveness, and discovering what it really means to live. Nora Seed's life is falling apart. She's 36, single, out of a job, and drowning in regret. Her cat has died. Her brother has drifted away. And every dream she once had feels long gone. One night, Nora decides she's had enough. But when she opens her eyes again, she's not in darkness. She's standing inside a quiet library that stretches endlessly, filled with glowing shelves of books. In that silence, she meets Mrs. Elm, her old school librarian, who explains that this strange place exists between life and death. Each book represents a version of her life, a life where she made a different choice. Nora's story isn't over yet. In fact,
Are you
it's
ready
only just
to begin?
beginning. Mrs.
Yes,
Elm
I
hands
am.
Nora a large green book, the Book of Regrets. Every page inside lists a moment she wishes she'd lived differently. Missed chances, lost loves, dreams she let go. Nora realizes that regret has been shaping her life more than anything else. But Mrs. Elm tells her something important. Every regret she faces is also a door, and on the other side of that door is another life waiting to be lived. Nora's first choice takes her to a life she once dreamed about. A life where she married her ex-fiancé, Dan. Together, they run a small countryside pub. But slowly, cracks appear. Dan is unhappy. The stress builds. Their once perfect dream becomes a burden. Next, Nora opens a life that begins with love, a world where her cat, Volts, never died. She wakes up in her old home. Volts is alive, warm, purring softly beside her. For a moment, Nora feels at peace. But soon she learns the truth. In this world too, Volts dies, just differently. It was never her fault. It was simply time. And for the first time in years, Nora forgives herself. Because love doesn't protect us from loss. It helps us survive it.
In another version, Nora becomes an Olympic swimmer, just like her father always wanted. She wins medals, travels the world, and lives under the spotlight. People admire her, celebrate her, but inside she feels empty. Her mother died early in this world. Her friends drifted away. Success couldn't fill the loneliness. The applause fades, the medals dull, and Nora learns that chasing someone else's dream will never make your own heart full. Still searching, Nora opens another life. This time she's a glaciologist in the Arctic. Surrounded by ice and silence, she studies nature and meets Hugo, another traveler between lives. They talk for hours about meaning, choices, and existence. For the first time, Nora feels calm. But when a polar bear suddenly charges at her on the ice, instinct takes over, and she runs. Her heartbeat pounds in her ears. In that moment, she realizes something powerful. She doesn't want to die. She wants to live. In the next world, Nora stays in her band with her brother Joe. They become famous. She performs under bright lights,
Thank you so much
adored
for
by
being here
thousands.
tonight.
But fame brings chaos. Endless travel, fake smiles, empty nights. Her brother Joe overdoses, and the world moves on. She thought fame would make her feel alive, but instead, it isolates her. And she finally understands. Being seen isn't the same as being known. Eventually, Nora steps into a life that seems perfect. She's married to Ash, a kind man she once met in her real life. They have a daughter, Molly, and a warm, peaceful home. For a while, she feels happiness.
You want a
But
little
soon
more?
she knows the truth. This life doesn't belong to her. It
her.
belongs to another Nora, a version who made different choices long ago. With the world collapsing around her, Nora finds one final book. She takes a pen and writes 3 simple words. I am alive. The shelves burst into light, and she wakes up, back in her real life. She's breathing, crying, and alive. She doesn't have all the answers, but she has a second chance. Life doesn't have to be perfect. It only has to be possible. In her real world again, Nora begins to rebuild. She teaches music lessons, reconnects with her brother. and adopts a stray cat. Her regrets don't vanish. They simply transform. Now they remind her how precious every small choice is. She doesn't look for a perfect life anymore, only a meaningful one. Each sunrise feels like a blank page. Each breath, a quiet promise to begin again. The Midnight Library didn't erase her past. It taught her how to love the story she already has.